this person, Mr. Mishra, he was getting treated in this particular hospital, and that is when this entire incident took place. In fact, there have been a lot of calls from the opposition, the RJD, and especially Tejasvi Yadav, who has been raising questions as to why such a situation is prevalent in the state of Bihar. In fact, we have heard from the government there who had been attacking the RJD over Jungle Raj, and this time because of all these incidents that are taking place and the frequency of which these incidents are taking place, the opposition, they have basically got the ammunition to go ahead and say that, look, you call us, you basically turn this the Jungle Raj when we were in power. This is basically the Mafia Raj, and this is what they have been very adamant about. They have been talking about this and multiple incidents, not just this one incident. As I mentioned, a businessman was shot dead in Patna, in the heart of Patna, the capital of the state of Bihar, and then a similar incident takes place. And this looks like a scene right out of a Bollywood movie, where a couple of men, all armed, they go inside a hospital unchecked and shoot the man and then run away. And then look at the reaction. There were a couple of people who tried to figure out what exactly happened, but out of fear, they just went inside and shut the gate.
Right, reactions coming out, and of course, you mentioned Tejasvi Yadav there, putting out a post saying, is anyone really safe in Patna? Really asking, is anyone really safe? And has this ever happened before? He's, raising a lot of questions there, saying that this has happened inside the confines. This was an ICU where they walked in at this hospital and, fired at this man. But what we're hearing at the moment is that he seemed to have survived that attack of those men walking into the ICU. As we can count the number of people, we can see these 4 people who attacked this man, an inmate. And, Osama, when we talk about this man, apparently he was out on parole on the grounds of required medical attention. He was admitted to the Paras hospital for treatment when these people barged into the hospital on today morning in order to shoot him. That was the intention. I mean, look at the number of people there. Of course, this does seem to be, a rival gang that was trying to perhaps eliminate this man.
Absolutely, and this is a big question on the security arrangement as well, because he was a prisoner who was being treated there, and there had to be, there must be some security arrangement, and there are questions that are being raised on the security arrangement of this particular hospital as well. And like you rightly mentioned, there are a number of calls coming from the opposition, especially Tejasvi Yadav, who is and the RJD, who are looking for an opportunity, and this gives them the best opportunity to go out and attack the government, go out and attack not just Nitish Kumar, but the entire NDA alliance in the state of Bihar. And if these situation like this, or these gang wars, if it continues, it'll give them the ammunition to go ahead and keep attacking the government, and this does not sit well in the favor of Nitish Kumar and the NDA government there.
Absolutely, and of course the opposition taking the opportunity to really hit out at the government. This is of course in the poll-bound state of Bihar, and the police are saying that they are going to investigate and they're going to determine the identity and establish the reasons as far as this attack is concerned. And you can literally see them. If one will be able to zoom in and see them, they might be wearing caps, but this is CCTV footage. And of course, how brazen is this attack in broad daylight? This has taken place early this morning. They've entered that ICU and they have shot at a man, Chandan, who was convicted of murdering a local merchant in 2011 for not paying extortion money and was serving his sentence. He was on a 15-day parole, and that was due to end on the 18th. That was tomorrow. According to the police, a prisoner was scheduled to return to jail in Patna tomorrow, the 18th, and he was admitted to this private hospital following health complications. Chandan Mishra was serving a life sentence for murder and spent 12 years in different prisons, including transfers from Bhagalpur and finally to this jail in Patna. Well, Osama, of course, this was a man who was serving a life sentence, was here to perhaps, cure himself of the health complications that he was facing. He was supposed to go back to prison, the prison in Patna, but here we have these 4 men who, were inside that hospital holding guns in their hand, caught on CCTV, firing at him and then leaving, fleeing from the area. And you can't see anybody there, no security guard. And ICU is such an area, it's very difficult for anyone to make their way inside. Of course, people questioning if there was an inside job, if the security guards were perhaps involved in this as well. Osama.
Right, absolutely. And, we have been getting a lot of reactions, not just from the opposition, but also from the government as well. The Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Vijay Sinha, he has also reacted. And we'll get that information out, we'll get that bite out in just a short while from now. But just to give you a context as to who this person was, Chandan Mishra, he was a notorious criminal from Buxar who has over 20 cases against him. And as you mentioned, he was being treated here at the Paras Hospital in Patna. Thursday morning at around, early in the morning today, while he was admitted at the Paras Hospital here, unidentified assailants, 5 of them, they barged into the hospital. They stormed into his private room where he was being treated, and then they started, the open fire on him, and there were multiple bullet wounds that he has sustained. He is currently in a critical condition. We don't know. We haven't heard from the hospital. We haven't heard from the authorities, the medical authorities there, as to what the situation is at the moment. What is the current situation of Chandan Mishra? This attack, as we have been mentioning to our viewers, this attack is basically suspected to be the result of an internal gang war. And this is something that the opposition has been stressing on, that if they are being accused of Jungle Raj, this is exactly what Mafia Raj is in under the nose of the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and the NDA government. And the police, they are yet to respond, but they are in coordination with the Buxar authorities. They are trying to figure out. They have recovered this CCTV footage, which basically shows the sequence of events, how these men, they come inside the hospital unchecked, carrying firearms, get inside that private room where Chandan Mishra was being treated, shoot him, and then they flee from there. The investigators, they're also looking at the CCTV footage, all the entry points, all the exit points, just to figure out whether the security personnel who were deployed there, were they involved, what were the lapses there. They're also probing the hospital security protocols. They're also possibly looking into some sort of collusion between the authorities there and these people who went inside and shot them. And this entire shooting incident, it also adds to the spate of violent incidents in Bihar that have been taking place in the last couple of weeks. And this also raises a lot of important questions about public safety and about law enforcement in the state of Bihar.